Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Yes. Nighttime is the right time. Who was that dude, Bman Jones? Whatever happened to Bman Jones?
He talked too much politics and they ran his ass out just like Jamel Hill. That's why I'm bowing out. They ain't about to run me off. I worked too hard to get to where I'm at. They ain't gonna run me off because of my opinion about politics. I'm like, I don't even know enough. So I love Trump. I love Kamala.
Oh, God, here we go. Okay. Well, you are a co-owner of this company, so no one's going to run you out.
I know, but still, man, I don't want to run nobody off because of that.
Bomani had that real cool voice. The right time.
Bomani would be Bomani and Jamel would go in, and they did the same. And in fairness to ESPN, Sage Steele was on the other side of the coin.
Oh, she's a big old MAGA.
Yeah, she was anti-COVID, you know, super MAGA. They ran her off. She's suing their ass. So they don't play both. They don't play either side. So there's that. So
there is that.
Lesson learned.
Again, though, you are a 33% co-owner of our company, so you can do whatever you want. No, we're not. I'm certainly not going to run you off.
No, I know.
I kind of need you. So, welcome. What are y'all doing? Golly, I'm less tired today than I was yesterday.
Good.
Yeah.
You in the buildingers? LG hooked me up.
Oh, I know. Look at that.
This is Rudy. How can I assist you today?
No politics, but racism is good.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
My name is Todd. I would like to talk to you about some medication.
It's an overly sensitive mic, I can tell. So, like, you may even have to put it straight out, and not in front of your mouth.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah,
like straight out. Yeah,
because of my
pretty
voice.
Sensitive.
Rudy's got that big old voice.
There we go. I think this will be better. LG.
We've got
I think that's
gear.
better. Yeah.
Edith in here, really liking the nighttime live show. Very good, thank you. Again, our nighttime shows are because we do shows live, and most podcasters don't have the guts to do them live. We do them live, but because we all three have other gigs and families to feed, we can't always do them at the same time. And so this 9:30 thing, I think, that's going to be our most common live start time. Except Sunday nights we'll go a little early. Yeah, also, we got to get ready. We got football getting ready to come up. We're going to have some special shows based around football games and stuff. It's a podcast. We can do our show anytime we want. And I know a lot of you old school dudes. Matter of fact, shout out to a guy named Mr. Burke. All right, I don't want to give too much away about Mr. Burke.
Okay.
He knows who he is. He is an older man. He's not ancient. He's not like on his deathbed, but he's probably in his mid 60s. Long time lover of you and me both. One of these people that I just met him in recent days, and he's one of these guys that probably knows more about our lives than we do at this point, because he's been by the channel with everything that you and I have ever done. He's that kind of listener/viewer, but he's old school. Man, I just have a hard time. I wish you guys were back on radio. I just have a hard time not knowing what time it's going to be on. And I had to give him very nicely because he's a longtime subscriber. I love him hard. I just had to give him that speech that we have to give folks. It's like we're doing podcasts now, and I give him all the reasons why we're doing podcasts. Well, I totally get that. Absolutely. But we're not where we need to be just yet financially. Once we don't have to have 6 other jobs, we can settle on a start time. But until we have only this for a living, we do these when we can. And the fact that we get at least 5 to 6 in a week live as it is a miracle based on all of our different crazy schedules. So here we go, man. How you doing, Mr. Headset? Look at you, man.
Thunderdome in the buildingers. Look, I didn't know. I knew because LG reminds me in my ear, but I didn't know how bad it was. So here it is. Y'all asked and we delivered. You know what I mean? To whom much is given, much is expected. LG made it happen. And now y'all don't have to hear my beard. You don't have to hear my button ups. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to hear none of that shit.
You look just like gotta worry about your breathing now.
He's a real broadcaster.
I got a mouth. I can't mouth breathe.
21 for life. HOF. What's up, man? That he just got back from the hellscape. Gave him some ideas on what to do. Mr. Taylor, teacher, second period. Okay, I see what you did there. I got folks in here asking if they can go to the restroom. And I got to say, that's one of the biggest ass whips 2 days into my teaching career. Mister, can I go to the bathroom? Mister, can I go to the restroom? Mister, can I go to the restroom?
What do you want them to do, Mike? Piss themselves?
Well, no, but I just feel like there's certain kids that want to go every day.
Okay, so here's the thing.
They probably ask every period, every class, and that's their way of getting out of class for 4 minutes and screwing off.
So let's go down memory lane.
Okay.
You're going to deal with this probably till the middle of next week. Because I remember when I ran out of new clothes, that's when I would sit my ass down. See, when you got your new clothes, you got to get up. You got to sharpen your pencil. You got to throw away stuff. You got to go to the bathroom so your crush can see your new outfit. She can see your shoes. Like when you fresh, you got to get up. So everybody will run out of outfits in about a week and a half.
Okay.
And when they run out of outfits, they'll stop wanting to get up. That's when I hated school. When once I ran out of outfits, I was like, all right, I'm over this shit.
Okay.
When's Christmas break?
I think you're onto something. So, let me say this first of all. So we have uniforms,
but they got kicks.
They got kicks, and there's some nice ones, dude. You're right. I'm gonna start checking the restroom requests based on shoes.
Yes.
And after about a week or two, when everybody in school realizes, oh, he's got some cool, badass new Jordans, or he's got these cool, whatever the hell these kids are wearing now. Once that wears off, that may stop. Okay, they're trying to show off to their homies their new shoes. And especially because we have a uniform and a dress code. The only thing they can do to express themselves is the shoes.
I did an essay. I had public speech at SAC. And one of the essays I wrote, one of the speeches I did was on, I think all schools should have them because it takes so much pressure off the kids that don't have. I don't care if it's public.
Yeah.
I think all schools should have uniforms because when you don't, because there's literally some kids going into school today that don't have uniforms that didn't get any new clothes because parents just don't have it. I think all kids should have to wear uniforms. But yeah, when I had my new clothes, I was a pencil sharpening son of a bitch. Like, hey, y'all gonna get this outfit. Y'all gonna see this shit.
You're the kid making the 10 minutes.
Y'all don't have those anymore, right? Is there a pencil sharpener in your class?
It's electric, and I don't let them use it. I use it. So I have a giant box of sharpened pencils, and I've been asked 45 times in 2 days. I need to sharpen my pencil. Here you go. I have a sharp pencil ready to roll. So that I cut that stuff off at the legs. Faux show. I was the kid that probably would have been better off in a school that had uniforms. No one
see
had
what I'm saying?
Yeah, uniform. Yeah, uniform. I went to public school, baby. We didn't have uniforms. It was a free-for-all. It was whatever. No one cared. You couldn't show boobs. Your shorts had to be. They could not be less than. They couldn't be 3 inches above the knee theoretically. Although a lot of the girls violated that. For me, I was the poor kid that didn't I couldn't go get Jordans. Thank God my best friend, Rudy Gonzalez. What's up, Rudy? The best man at both of my weddings. These wives all change, but the best man stays the same. So Rudy was an only child, and that boy was spoiled. He had 35 pair of Nike Air Jordans. And so the Jordans that I got to wear to school, I borrowed from Rudy. There's like stuff he had had in the back of his closet. I wore used shoes, which is totally unsanitary. In 1992, when the Cowboys got really good and won the division for the first time after they had been terrible all through the mid-'80s and early 90s, all of a sudden the Cowboys got dope. Cowboys were it. And my grandma bought me a very cheap, generic Cowboys jacket from Walmart. It was just one of those old school, looked like a leather jacket, but it was super cheap. And I wore that to high school, and it said Cowboys across the front. You know, I didn't have anything Cowboys because you didn't wear Cowboys gear in 88, 89, 90, and 91. They were terrible. If you were a kid in the late 80s and 90s, you weren't wearing on them Cowboys. Everybody had 49ers. Or back in those days, it was 49ers or Redskins or Raiders because of NWA, and everybody had Raiders. And, hey, dude, my name's Todd. And you got a Raiders hat on, cocked to the side. Get the fuck anyway. So what's up, bro? Got my new Raiders gear. Or Georgetown. Georgetown was real popular.
Georgetown. Warriors
Yes,
are super popular.
Big time. So I finally got me a Cowboy jacket. It was super cheap. I go to school. I'm sitting there, and there's a kid next to me who had the badass starter jacket on.
The starter was different.
And he made fun of my po ass because my Cowboys jacket was super cheap.
You see what I'm saying? We don't need that. There's already, especially in the social media era.
Yeah, man.
We don't need, like, everybody should have uniforms, dude. Because these kids, we were cruel. Let's be real. We were cruel. We got bullied.
Absolutely.
We had to fight. But now with social media, they'll screenshot you and then post, hey, this dude had on a fake ass Cowboy jacket in my class today. And next thing you know, the whole school has it.
Yeah.
And you're screwed. Yeah, man.
Sure.
Kids are cruel.
I know.
Kids aren't cruel.
Time.
Kids are honest.
So all I had was my redneckness to lean on. And I had my ghetto redneck to lean on. So the kid that was messing with me, I leaned over and I go, I'm gonna whoop the shit out of you after school. And that's it. It stopped. But I remember the story, and I'll be 50 years old in a couple of months. It hit me in the feels. Son of a bitch. Got bullied. That's all I had, though. I'm going to whip the shit out of you after school. And he laid down. But it stuck with me. Them fools, they can verbally just, right into your guts. You know how it was. You know how them kids were, sons of bitches. Anyway, so punch that kid. I forgot who. I don't remember his name. He was an asshole. But he let me go after that. He let me alone and let it go. But I went home and I didn't wear that. Did I think I wore that jacket again to school? Nope. See, me today, though, I'd wore it anyway. I would wear it because y'all thought it was cheap. It's a big middle finger. I don't give a shit. In those days, Mike Taylor Jr. second base, I thought I had cocky and swaggerness, but I still was a teenager. And so I didn't wear that jacket again. I told my grandma I want a Cowboy starter jacket. It was a pullover, and it had the little strings in the front. You pull them to tighten the waist. Had the NFL patch. You remember the Cowboy blue? It had like the look like a shark teeth. Oh yeah, we were rocking that thing. And my grandma bought me one for Christmas. Thank God. So
yeah. Oh, she did? Oh, cool.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, she didn't love the price. I told her, just get me the jacket, nothing else. And so she's like, all right, cool. I'm just getting you the jacket, nothing else. I'm serious. I'm like, that's fine. But because of dumbass, I was like, rather than get really 3 or 4 really cool gifts, I wanted the starter jacket. So I made that deal with her that would be the only thing that she bought me. Those things, even back in those days, were probably $50.
Yeah, maybe even a little more.
Maybe a little more. Yeah, for sure. Zachary's in here. Please make all schools go to uniforms so these kids don't have to choose between blood and Crips and whatever dumb ass blank is out there. I'm kidding. I'm drinking. I am too, Zachary. Welcome in here. It's our nighttime edition of In the Building. Subscribe to this show. It's absolutely free. Do not watch this dang show and don't subscribe. That hacks me off to no end. I don't want you watching this damn thing if you're not a subscriber. It's free. And we're not going to beat you over the head with spam and emails all day. We'll just, if you're a subscriber, you get a little message telling you that we have another show coming up or another show has dropped. So be a subscriber. That's how we're going to get beyond the pale where we don't have to have all these jobs and can have one job and have the right start time all night. What are you distracted by? Who are we staring at? Who's coming to the periphery?
So what's the new? There's a new chick flick that has a book that goes along with it that every female in the world is going to see, and every female has read this book. Help me out in the chat. I don't know what it. Yeah, it's new. There's a new movie out, but the book is supposed to be even better.
Every 5 years, this happens, and women go crazy. Like, what was that?
Shades of Grey.
Sex book, Shades of Grey. What was it?
I don't know.
Crazy Sex Love or something crap like that. Julia Roberts, Runaway Bride. Yeah. We got another one of these things.
Yeah, we got another one of these things. So,
So why
my
are you
wife,
bringing that up? Why is that being brought up tonight?
because my wife and my mother-in-law are going to see it, and the kids are here with me. So they're like,
no, you got daddy duty right now? Oh no. Them
yeah.
kids,
So
I hope they've
they're
already
like
had dinner.
looking at.
I hope they've had dinner because they ain't gonna eat right now because you busy.
No, they're not eating. They're gonna make, you gonna make a sandwich. Or you gonna make cancer-filled raviolis. What one?
You know, walk in there with a cigar and blow smoke in their
Yeah.
face. Kid, eat that spaghetti, dang it.
Yeah, I eat this damn spaghetti, man. Spaghetti. You know, when spaghetti gets made, you eating that shit for 2-3 days.
Right. What's the movie that's out that the
What
women
is
are
it?
going to
Tell
see?
me.
It
I
ends
don't
with
know.
us. Is
It
that what
ends
it
with
is?
us.
And
Yes.
a woman's the one who just said it. I'm assuming
See?
Edith is the woman. Golly.
The
Ends
movie
with
is.
us.
Thank you, Edith. I knew it was something. Yeah. So it's a girls' night. They're going to do that, and I'm stuck with
Wow.
the badass kiddos.
Nice. Got couples watching tonight. Amanda Tejeda. Thank you, Amanda. Since we watched the show together, my husband said just hit the subscribe button so the Tejedas are in the building officially. Thank you to the
Appreciate it very much.
And thank you to, is it Dan Pod, LG? We didn't.
Yeah.
We missed him.
Yeah,
Oh, what did he do?
$9.99.
Did he get money?
Yeah,
Yeah, $9.99.
$10.
Oh, thank you, Dan Pod. Thank you, homie. Appreciate that. There it is.
Mr.
Bam.
Taylor,
Mr.
I'm in the
Taylor
building.
in the
Needs to
building.
be the code for students to use the bathroom. Hey,
Whoa.
Dan Pod, that
Whoa.
you might be on to something, sir.
In the building. All that's going to do is make a bunch of 14-year-olds find our show and watch this crap. The last thing I need is a student commenting in the chat.
We are
That's pretty
lacking
good.
we are lacking in that demographic.
Well, I know, but they don't have any expendable income, so it's no good to advertise to them. They don't have any jobs.
They can't buy a roof.
They contribute nothing. They don't buy booze. They don't have a roof that needs fixing. They can't pay for anything. They suck.
They can't buy a house.
Species.
So how was day 2? How was day 2, bro?
Day 2 was fine. Again, it's like this is like the early days of my talk show career. Back when I was at Mickey Radio up in the Metro Sex, the boss, I'll never forget it. I was emotional, man. Driving home that night. My boss, Scott Masteller, pulled me in one day and goes, Mike, I really think you have a career as a talk show host. And I said, are you sure? Because at that point, I was just ready to go, like, be a reporter. I wanted to go to Bristol and do Sports Center on television. Good evening, I'm Mike Taylor. Here's the sports, and do funny gags for TV, for highlight. I wanted to be Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann. But he pulls me in. He's like, I just think you would be better off as a talk show host. And I guess he was right. So anyway, the long story short.
Clearly he was right.
Thank you, man. So driving home that night, I'm like, oh my God. So but I was like, how am I going to fill 3 hours? Because that's when he told me, I want you to be our primary backup. Like when our big players were on vacation or someone got sick. You know, it was Randy Galloway, Chuck Cooperstein, Newey Scruggs. Those were our big time. For those that have ever known anything about Dallas media, those were our hosts. And whenever one of those guys, from now on, when there's a vacation or someone gets sick or has to take a personal day, you're filling in. Alone, too. That was the other thing. Alone. And he also wanted me to do a nighttime show for 2 hours. I'm like, how am I going to fill 2 effing hours? And so back to your question about how it's going at school, that's how I kind of feel with planning the stuff. Now, we're only 2 days in. I'm going to get better. Making sure that there's no, like I told you last night, you can't have any dead air. You have to have enough content to fill. In my case, it's 7 hours. You know, now granted, it's basically I do 7 little talk shows a day, right? Now, granted, 3 of them are the same grade, and then 4 of them are I've got 2 6th grades, 2 7th grades, 3 high schools. So it's the same lesson plan for all those, but it's 7 different periods. So that being said, I have 3 different shows to prepare for every day, and so it's fine. I'm not. It's not tight yet. Like I don't. It's not humming like in the building hum. In the building, we're just a machine rolling down a track. that's still a work in progress as far like I've got content, but it's like, okay, I have to learn my audience, which it's 7 different audiences every day, and they're all kids. How do I keep them engaged? How do I keep them on task? How do I fill the time? And that's the challenge right now. It's fine. I'm not behind. I've only been doing this for 2 days, but it's certainly nowhere near where I need it to be, where the job's easy.
Yeah.
So that's a long, long way of saying it's fine. It's fine. And we're gonna get it's a grind. Dude, it was a grind when I first got the job at the Ticket because it was a 3-hour show. I had gotten used to doing 2 hours in Dallas. But when I came down here, it was 3.
And then they didn't want Jim Bob speaking. So
Correct.
It was even worse. Right. That's not a knock on Jim Bob. That's every program director tells you no one is tuning in to hear Jim Bob.
Which is crap. That wasn't true.
It's stupid.
Mostly not true.
Yeah, anyway.
I leaned on him anyway as much as I could. But, yeah, it feels like those early days of the Ticket, too, right? Because I got used to doing 2 hours, and now I'm doing 3. Oh, my God. In a new city where no one knows who I am. All they know is I'm this white boy from Dallas. Dude. So if I could make that work, I don't know that I'll teach for years and years, but as long as I'm teaching, I'll get to a place where I can make it work. Thank you, Ram. Just donated $9.99. Usually comment, it never gets read. Finally figured out how to send y'all money, and I have nothing to comment about. Shaking my head, pingow. That's all right, Ram. We read it anyway. We will gladly take your money.
Ram.
And it pays for stuff like Rudy's headset, my mic, this headset, the stuff we use back in the room. So I appreciate that very much.
And you know what they say, Mike.
Highway. Thank you, West Texas. Yep.
If it doesn't fit, ram it.
I thought you were going to say you must have quit. You just decided to ram it home. I understand.
Magnum Dong.
And you know what I did? This is one thing I will read trying to transition. David A is right. The Spurs, we didn't talk about this yesterday. The Spurs are playing on Christmas Day against the New York Knicks.
Wait, we got breaking news on the Spurs schedule?
No, this happened I found this out yesterday, but we got caught up in school and we got caught up in a bunch of other stuff.
We're playing the Knicks on Christmas in New York?
We're back. Probably. We're back on Christmas.
In New York.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, pretty good stuff. We're coming. Coming hard, and we're coming fast. So y'all better get y'all's while you can, because we're going to get ours real quick. Wemby's ready to take it all over. Remember, he said it the other night. Through tears, I'm taking over. FIBA or the NBA, everybody.
I'm happy we're back on Christmas. It's been a long time.
I know. I would like to get back on games in May. It's been a long time for that, too.
But I see the NBA working. Like, Anthony Edwards, Wemby, rematch of the gold medal? Nah. LeBron versus Wemby? Nah. I would love to have Wemby and Patty in New York. Yep. Let's do that.
Yep, we got 2 games from Paris.
Yeah, let's figure out how we can get Wemby to be a Knick.
Well,
even though the Knicks have failed in every free agent signing besides Jalen Brunson, I don't even count him. But I see the NBA working. Already trying to steal our guy. Like, hey, Madison Square Garden. You like this 7'5" good-looking dude with a great logo and his own shoe?
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. I'm not going to stop. We're not doing that. He's not going to freaking New York.
He's not. I'm just saying. I see the NBA make a whole lot more money off of Wemby in New York.
I know they would, but they make plenty.
I see them working. He ain't going nowhere.
I know. They make plenty as it is. You know what's? Victor, it's only 6.5 hour flight from JFK to Charles de Gaulle Airport. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I know. The league would love him to be a Knick. They would love it. They would have loved it had Tim been a Knick. Tim wouldn't have
Anybody.
liked. Tim would not have liked being.
Oh
a Knick.
my
I'm not
God.
even sure Tim is as good. I'm not sure Tim has the career that he has in New York than he had here because he just fit our town. Wemby is the one who can play anywhere. There is no
Well,
light that Wemby's uncomfortable playing under.
well, the thing about it is here, Tim could go tell Chris Davis or Tom, hey man, I'm going straight home as soon as I get out the shower. And they run him out the back, and we're sitting in the locker room, and we're like, I guess Tim ain't coming out tonight. In New York, ask LeBron. LeBron talks every single night.
No matter
Steph
what.
Curry talks every single night. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle. There's no sneaking out the back door in New York. That's why this place was perfect for Kawhi, which I'll never understand.
I know.
Like this
perfect.
is a perfect place for you. Like, hey man,
Perfect.
you don't want to talk for the next week?
Cool.
We just ain't gonna run you out there. And guess what? And we ain't gonna explain this shit to these motherfathers either. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
man.
they just be Chris and Tom just be standing there like, oh, here comes Patty. Oh, there's LaMarcus. I don't want his ass. Oh, there's Kyle. There's Kyle boring ass Anderson.
Yeah.
And then everybody, it's like 10:30, and everybody's like, man, Tim ain't coming out, man. I'm going home. And you never even see him.
Nope.
Can't do that
4
in New
days.
York.
No,
In New York, it's
I know.
every single night. It's in the fine print. So no,
Right.
Tim would have not lasted a day there.
And if you don't do it, the columnist rips the shit out of you.
They'll
the next day in
tear
the
you
paper.
a new
I
one.
know. And Tim didn't want nothing to do with that. That's not a shot on Tim. I actually respect Tim more because he had no time for the bullsh. He just
Agreed.
wanted to play games, win, and go home. All right,
Agreed.
join today. Exclusive members-only content. Click on the link that we just put on the Super Chat. You can also buy us. You can give us money. Luis Flores just gave us $1. Hey, every dollar counts. That's 4 quarters that we can use. You can shoot us a tip on Buy Me a Coffee or the Super Chat. Got a major announcement coming up here from a major sponsor here in just a minute. But Rudy wanted to text me about inventory.
No. I'm saying you said, what am I? No, you asked me what do I got tonight? I was like, besides inventory. It was inventory day.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to talk inventory on the show.
No.
Okay. But y'all did inventory at the store?
Well, we had about 33 cases that we had to put away. But
God. We'll make this the live spot then. We have a major announcement coming up here in a minute from another sponsor, but let's get into the Texas Cheer Live. 30, how many cases did y'all have to stock?
Only 33. I've been there on days when it's 71.
Oh my God! But you got to put them in the system, label them, make sure they have the right codes and QR and blah blah blah, and go to the right place.
But the owner and his nephew did most of the stuff. But I still had to participate. So it was Mondays and Tuesdays are normally inventory day.
All right. Shout out to AD.
I sold the special today,
motherfucker.
You sold a special? Oh, good.
Yeah, I sold me a little 2-bottle, $14.99. I have strict instructions that all of the Sterling needs to be gone by August. So I've been pumping the hell out of it.
All right. Did you mention the 5% in the building discount they can get?
I'm not allowed to tell people that.
Oh, see, AD, come on, man.
They got to come up to me and say it.
Why are you being a hard ass, Amon? Come on,
yesterday a guy came in. Yesterday he was like, "Man, Rudy, I'm loving in the building." I was like, "I'm loving the show." He didn't say in the building. He's like, "I'm loving the show. How was Cabo?" And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Say it," because AD's right next to me. He's right next to me doing inventory. He didn't give you
credit for that guy who knew you clearly and listens.
You got to say the 3 words, man. It's like if you want Candyman to show up, you got to say his name 5 times.
You know how many times I've had people text me or email me or like get in my DMs, "Hey, I went to Texas Cheer last week. Good place. Cool. Did you get your 5%? Oh, I forgot."
Come on,
You're
man.
Killing me, man.
But AD was there. He saw it. It still counted for the bigger picture.
Right, because he realizes you had someone that knew you, but he still didn't have to give the discount at the same time. That's great. All right, let's get rid of this damn wine so Amon can make some room on the shelf for something else. It is this Sterling wine that's on special for the remainder of the month of August. They got Cab, Pinot Grigio, Merlot, Pinot Noir, $9.99 a bottle, or you can get 2 of these bad boys for just $14.99. For the rest of August, you can also get 818 Tequila Blanco. That is the official tequila of Kylie Jenner for you ladies or people that care. It's good tequila. It's good to mix, too. $24.99 a bottle for the rest of this month. August specials, make sure you say in the building. You can't say that, I listen to y'all's show every day. I don't count. Or, I love Rudy J. He's my favorite guy in town. I've been listening to him for years. No, that don't count. You have to say in the building before you get the 5% off. Make sure you do so. They got 7 locations in and around the greater San Antonio area. It is Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building, y'all. All right. Now let's. Did we lose our guy? AD just killed him. Did he get shot from? Did you get shot? There we go.
Almost.
All right. Let me know if you got to get up and help a kid go to the potty or get something down because Rudy's babysitting his own kids tonight. His wife went to the movies.
Well, first of all, we're dads, so we don't babysit. We just got the kids.
Yeah.
But I'll let them shit themselves for In the Building.
Don't you have a 5-year-old running around?
She's self-contained.
Okay. What is she doing right now? It's late. She should be in bed, right?
Yeah, she's already getting in bed because she's in get ready for school training. Oh. So she's been going to bed early. The week before school starts, we make them go to bed at bedtime.
She's starting pre-K?
No, kinder.
Oh, kinder next week.
Yeah, pre-K on this side of town is all messed up because it's overcrowded. So military and this what makes me mad because I'm so far from rich, right? But it's low income and military first for pre-K. And I'm like, I am low income.
Dude, no,
I didn't mean to trigger you.
You did. You're in that damn middle class bracket like 80% of America is. And we don't get shit.
They're like, oh no, military's first. I'm fine with that, but
that's fine.
And low income, I'm like, does check to check count as low income?
Yeah.
Like what?
The private school up the street for $10,000 a year. Right.
Exactly.
Middle class, baby. Ain't no class to be. Middle class. Ain't no class, but it's my class.
Who can help the middle class? What's the candidate for middle class, Mike? Who is he or she?
Dude, we don't have one. We never will. Either we need to get rich doing this, or you and I just need to be bums and be homeless. Because that's how the only people that get anything in this world. You either make $200,000 a year. The only people that get anything free are people that make $200,000 a year or $0 a year. Because rich people get tax exemptions. Business owners, moguls, they get tax. They don't pay any taxes. Poor folks don't have a job, so they don't pay taxes. The rest of us, we pay taxes, and it comes right back up our axis, aka asses. Sorry, I'm starting to get tired now. All right,
it's all good.
All right, what's the announcement? What's this announcement I hear from slackers? All right, because I've been out of pocket. And by the way, if y'all know me and you text me, for those of you who actually have my phone number, if you're a buddy of mine and you text me and I don't answer for 4 hours, it is because I am busy molding and shaping the youth of tomorrow. Okay, what is this announcement by slackers?
Drum roll. We have our August remote already lined up with slackers. LG and I got to get a chance to go out and meet with the owners today and set your calendars for August 31st. We're going to double this up. One, we're going to do slackers remote because it's the 6-year anniversary at the St. Mary's location.
Okay.
So it's going to be our first time out at St. Mary's. So
nice.
Applaud that.
Write that down.
We're going to do a live show out there, but it all worked out. And it's just that's how I know the universe is on our side.
What day is it?
Not August 31st is Saturday.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
The universe is in our favor. LG can be there. That's one.
Nice.
Number two, UT plays at 2:30. and we can do our first UT post-game show.
Wow.
All while celebrating the Slacker 6-year anniversary at St. Mary's. I mean, when God loves you, God loves you. You know
God
what I mean?
is good.
We
He's
just
a
highly favored.
good God.
We highly favored. No
We're going to
weapon
watch
formed against
long
me.
horns.
Yeah. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Dang, you look at you with the scripture quotes. Man,
Yeah, so August
okay,
31st.
That's good.
Slackers, St. Mary's, 6-year anniversary, first UT post-game show. We're going to have a blast. UT plays that day at 2:30. UTSA plays that day at 2:30. So at 2:30, they're going to also, it's going to also be the official spot for a UTSA after party. So it's going down. It's going down, man. August 31st. We're ramping up big time with Slackers for this football season.
Very good.
Great meeting. And
Awesome.
we're gonna be moving around Slackers a lot during football season for mostly NFL.
We need a flyer now so we can pimp it out.
Yeah, he was supposed to get. Yeah, Frank is gonna get us the digital, and we're gonna be pimping that out. So that's what we're gonna be promoting. So y'all come out.
Come out. August 31st. We're gonna watch football. We're gonna watch UT.
UTSA
Post-game show. Sorry, I was touching my girlfriend's body parts. August 31st, Saturday, Indeedy, Slackers.
St. Mary's.
Very good. St. Mary's location. We're going to be partying on St. Mary's at Slackers for opening week of college football. That is kick-ass. Thank you to Slackers, the official studio sponsor of our show. All right. By the way, the Longhorns, I hope they have some running backs left by the time we get to August 31. They've now lost 2 of their top 4 dudes.
2 of their top 4.
So this kid he was 4th on the depth chart, the kid that got hurt today. But
he's season ending. The other guy was season ending, and now you got 2 guys that are kind of good.
Now you're to the point where you cannot have anybody else get hurt. They lost C.J. Baxter, their top guy. Who's the kid they lost today? 4th-string guy, but he's good. You playing running back at UT on a Scala, you can play.
So they're down to 2 running backs
who are also decent. Jaden Blue is probably going to be the primary guy, but he's going to need some help. And it's Texas.
So Quinn Ewers or Arch, whoever it is, you're on your own. No running game in the SEC is a death wish. So hopefully one of these 2 guys can come along pretty damn quick.
I'm excited to get ready and get started on Saturday.
Sorry, Orlando.
First. Sorry, Orlando. All right, time to do some punching. Speaking of Orlando, it's time for the punch of the night, brought to you by the law office of Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer in the building. Do you have anybody you need to punch?
Yeah, I gotta punch Wells Fargo. LG, help me out. How are they still in business? Like they've been busted for I want to say in the last 10 years, 20 things. I don't know how. I guess you can't just do away with them because they're a huge entity. But in the latest Wells Fargo sucks saga, these bastards lost a lawsuit. They were acting like they were looking to hire minorities, all while the positions were already filled.
Oopsies.
So Mike Taylor, hey man, you got the job. We're gonna send you over email. Digitally sign it. We got you. And then, hey Rudy, we want to interview you on Thursday at noon, even though the position's already been filled. Position's been filled. Then they call Rudy in. The fake Rooney Rule bullshit.
They were Rooney ruling. They were Rooney ruling
fake ass interviews. Dog. I think Wells Fargo's been in trouble for home loans. They've been in trouble for everything. God. Punch Wells Fargo for you got to remember when you're going for these type of positions, it's nerve-wracking the days leading up to it. You're getting your outfit together. You and your wife are like, baby, this could change our lives. I'm praying for you. You calling your mom, hey mom, I got this interview with Wells Fargo today. Job could change my life. You getting the right tie. You're there early. Yes, sir. No, sir. You're sitting up. You're answering. You're smiling. All while Mike Taylor already got the fucking job.
You're telling your wife, baby, this might be the big job I got. We got a vacation this year. We're
taking the kids to Universal Studios. You ain't taking them kids nowhere.
And I'm already up there halfway through my work day, having fun.
That is so fucked up.
Yes, this is Chad. This is Dave. I'm gonna need a day off next Wednesday. I've got a dentist appointment with my brand new awesome insurance.
Dude, I'm like, well, punch Wells Fargo for the 20th time, dude. That company is the
Dang.
biggest F up, but there's nothing we can do. They got too much money tied up in them.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do away with them.
All right.
Punch Wells Fargo for leading brothers on.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. Wells Fargo. I like to do this. CEO. Who is the CEO? So you were punching Charles Scharf, a very generic white man. That is not Scharf. That is the CEO of Wells Fargo.
Screw that piece of shit.
Would you like to know what he makes a year? Well, of course, they give themselves raises every year, but this year he will clear
$32
$29 million.
Oh, I was close.
A true man of the people. He's under $30 million a year to run Wells Fargo into the ground with Rudy ruling black folks.
How does yo?
Dang.
And that money is the money they pay him is probably the customers, because the bank don't use their own money. The bank don't have their own money. The money you go pull out is some rich dude's money that's in there.
Yep. Ridiculous. The Boeing
he makes $29 million.
Yeah. All he does is look at spreadsheets and listen to the board tell him what the company's doing. That's it.
Well, I would say that, but I saw Starbucks numbers gone through the roof since the Chipotle dude took over. So
really?
Maybe they do something. They hire smarter people.
It's 45,000 levels above what I do for a living. I have no idea what a CEO does. On all honesty. All right, I'm going to punch the people that run the dolphin exhibit at SeaWorld, unfortunately.
What happened?
You cannot have a baby dolphin die on your watch.
Oh, shit.
A baby, and you know how I feel about dolphins.
Stop it.
You know how I feel about. I don't have any dolphins in here. They're all packed up because we're getting ready to buy. Oh, by the way, I'm moving Saturday.
Yeah.
All my dolphin toys are packed up. And now PETA is sending folks down here. It looks like maybe to protest.
What's it gonna do? Blackfish didn't ruin them. If Blackfish didn't ruin them, how's a baby dolphin gonna ruin them?
Well, it's not gonna ruin them. It's just not a good look. And there was not a whole lot of real good reasons that the park gave for the death of the animal. All we were told publicly was that there were issues with the baby from the beginning, and I guess some of the other dolphins were creeped out by it. It was born. It just wasn't right. And so Pete is saying, well, maybe
so dolphins can have miscarriages.
I think so. Yeah. In the case of this baby, though, it was born. It just wasn't right. You know. Oh, looky here. My executive producer just handed me this. Oh, this is what I pet when I get nervous and I get triggered. I should take this to school for funsies and just use it as a gag.
Yeah.
This is my emotional support animal when the kids drive me nuts. Thank you, baby. That's great.
That's pretty cool.
We support dolphins in Taylor Duran manner. So PETA has denounced SeaWorld because of the death of the dolphin calf, and released a statement. PETA Executive Vice President Tracy Tracy Ryman, the Executive Director of PETA, has called upon SeaWorld to, quote, stop condemning wonderful animals to live and die in misery. Damn. Saying that all the dolphins should not be in a tank. PETA writes, with this baby's death, SeaWorld has added one more extinguished life to its tally of more than 500 dolphins and whales who have died, many prematurely, deprived of any opportunity to dive deep, swim free in the ocean, or see anything outside of the dismal concrete prison cells they're confined to. Now, I have ripped PETA over the years on occasion, but on this instance, I am team PETA. Dolphins should not be on display at SeaWorld unless you have a 75 million gallon tank. You know, unless you have, if your tank is 5 miles long and 10 miles wide, even that could be argued that it's too small for a dolphin. These creatures, like whales, are meant to be in the open sea. They travel thousands and thousands and thousands of miles in their lifespans. They like to dive deep. And the dolphins at SeaWorld are in a miserable fucking prison. And I'm right
No,
there
it's
with Peter.
awful.
Punch SeaWorld. They finally got, what the hell is that noise? It's haunting.
Somebody has
Are those whale noises, LG?
Yes.
LG is like we're at the bottom of the sea in a submarine or something. Oh my God.
LG has the darkest sense of humor.
But I stand by this. Dolphins do not need to be at SeaWorld. They don't. Period. Royce is in here calling bullshit on it. SeaWorld is just a zoo. Protest the zoos too, or GTFO.
No,
that's not the case. There are animals at the zoo that shouldn't be there too.
See,
you
think a lion?
By the way, Royce, why you got to bring up the zoo? We talking about SeaWorld right now. Why don't you stay on task? I sound like a teacher. I had a professor in college that said, look, if I ask you to write about chickens, I want you to write about chickens. Don't write about pigs and sheep and goats and dogs. Damn it, this essay is about chickens. I want to hear about chickens. We ain't talking about the zoo right now, Royce. Why you got it? Royce he's all super woke. He's got quadruple down on all the things that are wrong. Got to call folks out. I appreciate the money, though. That's why I read it. What's up, Royce?
What sound is this now?
Those are whales at the bottom of the ocean talking. There is a LG's performing a sea life seance. There is a zoo, I think, an aquarium in Atlanta, I want to say.
That thing is impressive.
It has a whale shark, and that's bullshit too. Nina went to a big aquarium in Tokyo that had a whale shark in it. How you gonna have a whale shark in a tank?
It's not cool.
Come on, man.
Literally, Shamu being in that swimming pool is a human in solitary confinement. It's the same thing.
Yep.
And my daughter just made a really good paycheck from SeaWorld this past week, so
I understand.
Go SeaWorld. I'm
not saying that SeaWorld needs to close down. I'm saying they need to let dolphins go free. But at this point, a lot of the dolphins that have been raised their whole lives in that tank, they
can't go to the wild. They get killed immediately.
Yeah, it wouldn't last a day.
No.
As soon as you let that damn dolphin go in the sea, all the dolphins are like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
Yeah.
Who's that bitch ass?
Look, that's the motherfucker to be with the humans. That motherfucker be with humans, man. Let's go kick his ass.
Yeah, that dolphin wouldn't even swim around. All he knows is his whole life is for 17 years he's been swimming 50 yards one way and 30 yards the next. He just do little circles in the open sea too, because they don't know any better. They would kill his ass. Animals don't do well with goofy animals in the wild. They kill them.
Well, you remember when Caesar first got to hang out with the monkeys in Planet of the Apes, and he had been with the families.
Uh-oh.
Remember? You didn't watch Planet of the Apes? Caesar?
No. What's that? Who's
Planet
Caesar?
of the Apes.
Okay.
He's the main monkey in Planet of the Apes.
And what happened when he hung out with a human?
He was with the humans, right? And then he bit somebody. He bit the neighbor. So he went to chimp jail. And when he went to chimp jail, they fucked him up. They're like, "Yo, this motherfucker he came to chimp jail with a sweater on." They were like,
he's Steven and Django Unchained.
Who the fuck is this?
Yeah, this dude's he's like Carlton. He's like Carlton.
Yeah, it was Carlton of the chimp world.
Hang with cool people.
Why this motherfucker got a sweater on?
God. All right, so that's who we're punching. It's Orlando Kell, my man, the official family lawyer of this show, a longtime supporter of what we do, my dude, my man. He is a man who spends all day. That's why he likes our show so much, because he spends so much time doing divorces. He's awesome at it. He's great at it. He's a stud at it. But his escape is in the building, and we're so happy that it is. Thank you to Orlando Kell. If you need a family lawyer, divorce, family issues, maybe you've already gotten divorced and y'all need to make a change in your divorce agreement. Maybe somebody got another job. You got to tweak child support. Y'all want to swap visitation. You want to make it legal and even Steven on paper. Orlando Kell. 210-775-4995, or you can directly email that man, orlandokell@gmail.com, orlandokell@gmail.com. All right.
Hey, man, I saw that video you posted.
Which one?
GC.
Oh, the GC roof? Yeah. That roof ain't torn up no more.
Oh, they
It's fixed.
finished it?
Yeah, that was so that video I shot it last week. It was just an example of
The
them at work.
process.
I wanted to get them in the process.
No, that's dope.
Yeah, if I went back over to that woman's house today, that roof is nice and brand new. Yeah. GC did that, the official roofing company. I've been in the building. Thank you for that segue. Call Russ and Gino. That's our guys that's our roofers. If you are in the need for an estimate, maybe you're like, that roof ain't been replaced like ever. I might need to get somebody to go look at that thing. Or maybe you got leaks and stuff. For a fact you got issues. If you're a business and you got issues with your roof at your business, they do commercial roofing too. And they also do solar. It is GC Services Roofing and Construction, serving San Antonio, Texas, and Corpus Christi for that matter. 210-347-0426 or gcservicesroofing.com. gcservicesroofing.com. All right, I was chatting with I got my 10-year chat going with my dad, my brother, and my cousin.
What happened?
I haven't mentioned the chat in a while. I thought I'd give that chat a break. But today they were bagging on the Cowboys, which I thought was funny. I had to get involved. So I'll pull the chat up. So apparently, the latest Forbes values for professional sports teams have been released. And to no surprise, your Cowboys, once again, are the most valuable franchise in the world. More valuable than Man City.
That to me
Real
is the most
Madrid.
important. I don't give a shit about the Yankees. I don't give a shit about the Lakers. The fact that they're more valuable than the soccer teams is crazy to me.
Ain't one shit.
And so why would I change, Mike? 10.3 billion. Now, keep in mind, people, that's what they're worth. So if Jerry decided, hey man, I'm done. I'm tired of Steve. I'm tired of everybody. I'm selling the fucking team. It's going for 20.
Yeah.
They can only go off of black and white. But if Jerry said I'm putting the team up for sale, Bezos, whoever,
Bezos wants a team too.
Yeah, Elon, the Saudis, they would sell for 20 billion, excuse me. They would sell for 20 billion. They're just worth 10 because you got to go by the numbers. But the bidding war would be insane. The bidding war would be insane because football teams, basketball teams, they don't go down.
Yeah.
They appreciate. So 20 billion is a great investment. So fuck the 10. I'm saying 20.
Probably.
And it's crazy to me because they're not even close.
I know. What if they won a Super Bowl?
30.
It's mind-boggling.
And he bought them for what, 89 million? It's got to be the greatest flip in the world.
Unbelievable. But that's the thing. He ain't going to flip it. He could get 50 billion.
No,
he
never.
Do it. They were talking about in the chat. Do you know who John Stephen Jones is?
I'm going to say that's the grandson that played at South Lake Carroll.
Bingo. He played at Highland Park, but it don't matter.
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad.
Matter.
Yeah.
So Jerry's grandson, John Stephen Jones, played quarterback in high school. His team won a state championship with him at quarterback.
He was really good. He was good.
And he walked on at Arkansas because that's where the Joneses all go. They all go to Arkansas. He could.
You got to let him. Jerry gives them $10 million a year. What are you going to say? No, my grandson can't walk on.
No, of course not. No, John could have probably played it. He could have played it like Mary Hardin Baylor or something like that. He was D2, but he's on the roster at Arkansas as a walk-on. His grandpa's a billionaire, so they're paying the tuition. He is the future owner of the Cowboys once Stevens gone. So anybody I wish the Joneses would sell. Are you kidding? Your 5-year-old baby girl, when she's our age, the Cowboys will still be owned by a Jones. When Jerry does go to Jesus or the other Jesus down below, Stephen Jones will run the Cowboys along with Charlotte. However, John Paul is going to take that Stephen role at some point. You watch. In 10 years, Stephen will be the owner with his son as the
he's
money
learning
man.
the business right. He's at Arkansas to get.
He's being groomed already.
Yeah, he's been groomed. Now, let me ask you this though. I feel like Steinbrenner's son is different than Steinbrenner was. I feel like Mark Davis is different than Al. I feel like Jeannie Buss is different than Jerry.
That's true.
So I feel like the whole family, I feel like they're different. So I do think things can change under the family umbrella. Because I named like 4. I don't think Steven doesn't come off like Jerry to me. He goes along with it because that's his pops and Jerry's his boss. But I think Steven's different. And I know the young cat's different because he's just from a different era.
I hope so. But are they going to let football folks do football things?
That part I don't know. I can't answer that.
I can't answer that. I used to have hope for Steven too when he was young. Back when Steven was in his 30s, I thought, okay, one of these days, Steven seems like he's legit. But I think Steven's gotten more Jerry-like in his 50s.
Well, what happens is the older you get, the more like your parents you get.
I understand. I understand. So there's the Cowboy, $10.2 billion. That's just the Forbes ranking. That's probably less than what
20.
He would
the
get.
bidding war would be glorious. You would have people, you would have groups of 10, 20 people pooling because there's only like a handful of guys that can do it on their own. Everybody else have to get
Saudi Arabian sheiks would be trying to buy the Cowboys. Prince Bandar's sons, those guys would try to buy
Would Goodell allow them in? Do you think the NFL at some point will allow them in? Because they just offered the Real Madrid striker from Brazil, Vinci Jr. They just offered him Vinicius Jr. They just offered him $1 billion. Will the NFL, the NBA, or MLB or NHL ever allow the Saudis in?
I think
like,
so.
Hey, y'all can have. You do?
I do at some point. Yeah, I do.
Well, the golf did it.
Sure, soccer's doing it. And a bunch of them already own soccer teams anyway. Man City, aren't they owned by guys from Qatar? I want to say.
Damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Man City's owned by a Qatarian. I think a Saudi Arabian sheik. I think he's like 50% owner of one of the other English Premier League teams. It's already happening, man. It's already happening, and I don't know why we're all fearful of that. They don't all just carry around swords and they're chopping people's heads off. It's not like that. There's 800 million people in Saudi Arabia. They're not all insane terrorists like the Western media would have us all believe.
Amen to that.
Just saying. All right, and we'll end tonight with Mello Anthony.
Now, see,
Rudy would like to brag about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have your flowers here as we sign off, so you can end on a high. Because you got to go take care of your baby.
I don't care about them.
Okay, we'll end on a high anyway.
I don't know if Melo's saying this because he doesn't have a ring. So for a guy like Manu that has 4 rings, like when you ask him the question, it holds a little bit more weight because he has both.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget which pod he was on. He was asked, would you trade your 3 gold medals for 1 NBA Finals? And he said, no one's ever asked me that question. But then he didn't hesitate, and he said no. He said no. He said it's totally different. He said the gold medal for your country is totally different. But see, he doesn't have one. So I don't know how to take that. But he agrees with Melo and pretty much Wemby. Wemby was distraught. Dude was destroyed. He was heartbroken. Like it was the worst thing that ever happened to him in his career thus far.
Yep.
But Melo said he would not trade his 3 gold medals for 1 NBA ring. And that kind of goes along with what Manu said. And I
wish Melo had won a title so I could believe him.
You don't believe
him? I believe him, but I'm not sure he. How can he possibly answer that? Because he does not know the feeling of winning an NBA title. I appreciate as an American. As an American,
Manu said he wouldn't. Manu said that was my number one.
Absolutely, and number two was the 2014 Spurs championship. But number one was the Argentinian gold medal in 2004 because they were such underdogs, and you beat the big bad wolf. And I know it was the C team.
Whatever,
But it doesn't matter. That meant a lot because it's not like basketball was massive in Argentina until recently. It's still not all that big since Manu and Fab Alberto or whoever.
Oh, they don't care no more.
Yeah, Luis Scola or wherever those guys.
Well, they just won the World Cup, so they don't give a shit. They won World Cup. They won Copa. They don't give a shit right now.
I don't know that basketball is even what it was 5 years ago in Argentina because there's no next Manu. It was so rare for him to do that for his country. I get it. I get it that it meant a lot. That does not mean that he didn't love the Spurs championships. Manu lives in San Antonio. He's raising his boys here in town.
Great point.
You know, it's not like we don't mean anything to him. We were wondering because Wemby was crying the other night. That means a lot to him, and he's going to probably win gold in 28. France is only going to get better. In youth basketball in this country, I mean, I'm not saying that America's going to suck at basketball, but Europe's catching us, man. The first two kids drafted this year were from France. Yeah.
Iguodala destroyed American basketball the other night.
Wow. Youth basketball?
Destroyed it.
Wow.
Destroyed it. Says he wants nothing to do with it.
Dang.
Want nothing to do with it. Iguodala's one of them Arizona kids.
Yeah.
Super intelligent. What he does says holds a lot of weight. So yeah, we got some ground to make up.
All right. I got some sleep to get. It's late.
My man.
All right. Tomorrow. So I was going to do this today. I didn't get time to get to it. So tomorrow I'm going to borrow a page from Jeff Traylor's book. Tomorrow we're going to introduce culture pillars in our classes. Jeff does culture pillars every year with his football team. Hard work, determination, motivation, all that kind of stuff. I'm busting out culture pillars for my classes tomorrow. From still in a book out of Art.
Speaking of UTSA, LG's ladies beat the men's football team in a penalty kick shootout. Jeff Traylor had the girls soccer team come out.
Oh, that's good.
They did a PK shootout against his squad.
That's good stuff.
LG's ladies won, obviously.
Way to go, LG's ladies. All right, we're done. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Oh, tomorrow's people I want to punch.
Hey, I don't know. Tomorrow, call me tomorrow, bro. You got a hell of a day.
I signed up for this. This is my baby. This is my baby. All that other stuff's just for money. This is my baby. Tomorrow I've got to teach all day. I've got missions MC in the building. I'm fine. Henry's mustache. Thanks for the hustle, Mike. You're welcome. Namaste. Y'all
hey, there was a lot of y'all in here tonight. Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate it very much. Appreciate it very much. Are you going to do some drinking? Are you going to bed? What are you doing?
No, I celebrated Slackers. I had one.
Hey, man, where's the rum?
I had one. I celebrated Slackers in a football marriage.
Excellent. All right.
And I don't even drink during the week, but I did tonight. And I did earlier at Slackers, too. I had one at Slackers. So.
I've had 2 glasses of this. I'm going to sleep I'm going to go Mimi's right. I'm going to be asleep in 10 minutes.
Hey, as Steph Curry would say.
Night, night. Love y'all hard.
Night.
Love y'all hard. See y'all tomorrow. It's not very long, so.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.